currently walking. Don't even know what to say. Trying to think. Okay, come on, Naomi, we've got this. Yeah, so striving to be your best self. I know for me, constantly, that I'm always striving to be my best self. I think I'm always wanting to reach like perfection. And sometimes that's great, depending on what job role that you do. If your job role is consumed on just targets and making sure that you hit those targets, or data or assessments or whatever that looks like. I know I'm a teacher, so being a teacher, I always want to make sure I strive for my best self, not just for me, but for my class, for the children, so that they can get, you know, the good grades or the good data that comes with the school. And I find that actually sometimes striving to be your best self is not always the best because you put so much amount of pressure, you know, around yourself, especially us as millennials. You know, we're taught to kind of just get the next best thing and strive for the next best thing, and then when we don't get that, we are so bummed out. I know I am. I can get very bummed out at times, and I can get very upset, and just because I want to kind of get to that level of perfection. But I realised to myself that sometimes it's okay not always to get there, and I say that because of just the fact that I think I know for me, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So I strive to be the best self in teaching, to be a good friend, to be a good daughter, to be a good sister. And there are so many things that I kind of put pressure on myself, and I always feel like I have to be the best at everything. But at times, I don't think you always have to be. I think sometimes you can just be you. Just be yourself. Be the person that you want to be, and not for anyone else, but for you. I know what helps me, especially in teaching, is that I write a list. So I'll probably write about like 10 things that I need to complete. And this is just me being a teacher, by the way, because I have to do like about several amount of things, but this could be about a list for anything. But I write a list of about like 10 things, and within the day I try to complete at least 5 things. And I say at least because something can always happen where I don't complete it all. And I found that like how writing a list and trying to get something in my head and in my notes to say, actually, I want to complete this amount of things this week, or maybe in the day, actually really helps me. And I know sometimes for certain people, a list might not work. It might just be like, you know, I guess maybe just doing like a spreadsheet, something out there to kind of just help them with how they're going to complete their stuff. But I realised, looking at the list, when I write everything down and I look at my list and I'm like, hold on, I don't even need to complete that till like October, or I don't need to complete that till like, you know, in 3 weeks time. And I realised that I can just be the best person I can be for the day. And even if I complete 2 things off that list, and there might be 2 major things that I need to do, I think I feel better because I have completed it. And in a sense, it helps me just think to myself that actually, no, I am being the best person that I can be, because I am, you know, I've got a full-time job, I am doing a lot of things, but I know that I've completed 2 things. And that's really what's helped me kind of have that aspect of actually trying to be my best self is great, but trying to complete 1 thing out of the day, or 2 things out of the day, is even better. And I think some people are watching this and going, huh, that doesn't make sense. But I think when you complete something, or you feel that moment of completeness, or what you need to do for today has been fulfilled, I think there's this sense of kind of like, oh, nah, do you know what? I managed to do 2 things and it was sick. So yeah, it's all about just, I guess, for me, trying to be the best I can be for the day. And I think one thing that is quite... I should say another thing that is quite close to me, I should say, is my faith. And I really rely on God to help me try to be the best version of myself. And even if I don't complete maybe the amount of tasks or things that I've done, I know for me it's actually just saying, maybe if I've completed that 1 task and I've like maybe helped somebody along that day, I can look back and just go, actually, you know, God really helped me kind of get through that by helping somebody else. And my faith is where I get my strength from as well. So I may look at things and go, this is like unbearable, but I know the faith that I have within me, you know, reminds me of the strength that is given to me, the and the support that I do have. And actually, God doesn't always look for you to be your best self. He just wants you to be you. So I know that's something I'm learning, and I still got like 101 things to still learn about striving to be my best self or try to be, perfect. I remember someone telling me about teaching. They were like, if you always try to be perfect, then you won't enjoy teaching at all. And that's actually quite key, because actually being a teacher, I can't always be perfect because there's like 1,000,001 things that happens. But I know that what I need to keep reminding myself is that I can be the best person I can be for me and for other people, but I don't need to always strive for perfection or try to reach the highest point of success. And if that is you and you want to, you have that goal to try and just achieve as many things as possible, I guess just the reminder for me is that the fact that don't always push yourself to the point where you then kind of make yourself ill, or you kind of, I don't know, like you start to think bad about yourself and then your esteem goes low. But actually I hope that you strive for success knowing that you want to, it's a you thing, and you want to do it for yourself and not for anyone else, but knowing that actually if you don't get all of your stuff completed that one day or maybe in that week, that actually you look at how you've been in this and your character and who you are and how you've done it, and if you've done it well, you've treated the people around you well with it, because I know when you get stressed, people around you can kind of just like, I wouldn't say get on your nerves, but like people can just, you can just kind of, your emotions are heightened basically. But actually it's about how you treat others during that process of trying to maybe accomplish the task that you have to do that day. Maybe that one thing off my list, I know I've done the best I can do for today. So I hope that's encouraged you. And yeah.